Few regulations and laws are in place to govern surrogacy. Many states don't take a stance on the matter. Michigan outlaws it altogether.
Well, I think society is accepting surrogacy day by day more and more.
Celebrities like Elton John, Juliana and Bill Rancic, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, Nicole Kidman, the list goes on, have all turned to a carrier to welcome their children. Opponents often call it baby selling. Family law attorney and director of the International Assisted Reproduction Center, Steve Snyder, answers back.
You can't buy something that's already yours. In other words, when a couple uses a surrogate, the husband provides his sperm frequently, the wife provides her egg, and they create an embryo. And that embryo is stored. That embryo is their genetics, it's their child, it belongs to them.
Snyder says he hopes that in the future legislation will protect everyone involved.
To make sure proper screening and education of participants takes place and that the process becomes predictable and reliable as to outcome, so people aren't under the cloud of uncertainty as they enter and exit the process.
At Snyder's practice, it's an in-depth process for both parties.
The number of women in the universe is here. The number that want to be surrogates is here. The number that after you screen them for healthy pregnancies and psychological stability and clear criminal background checks, etc., is here.
Intended parents are examined to determine their likelihood of not following through, and surrogates are screened prior to pregnancy about their intentions.
To make sure that their primary emphasis or a strong part of their motivation is altruism, meaning they really have a strong desire because they have their own children. They know the value of a family, and they know, probably through relatives or friends, the difficulty of infertility.
Because surrogacy isn't reliably tracked, it's difficult to know how many are taking place, what the end results are, etc. Estimates indicate that through 2002, there were as many as 15,000 cases. Only 89 of them resulted in some sort of conflict.
It wasn't the surrogates wanting to change their mind. 62 of them were actually parents that didn't want to follow through on the contract because they lost their jobs, they got divorced, they went bankrupt, the child was handicapped. So their insecurity in the process really lies more with intended parents than carriers.
He says while there's still conflict on the issue, many aspects of reproduction are debatable, from birth control to abortion.
We've had artificial insemination for decades, which allows the treatment of male infertility, and all surrogacy is the treatment of female infertility.